and I'm in my room, and I don't know whether the internet will stay for any length of time because it comes and it goes. Who knows? I've had an interesting weekend. I was tidying up yesterday. I watched Gogglebox, which was good because I wanted to see Tea, Coffee and Taste in it. I don't usually watch Gogglebox, but for some reason at one point they started talking about the new changing rooms with Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen's. Bowen, yeah, there's only one of them. There's only one Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen. Llewellyn. But they were watching Changing Rooms, and which is a sort of home renovation thing. And for some reason, I just had to stop it, and I was like, oh, I should probably tidy my room. So I've been tidying my room, which is a bit of a chore because it was basically a mountain of clothes and other things. There was about 5 suitcases underneath it, sort of bolstering it up. It's like a big pyramid of clothes. I couldn't see them. Hello! I couldn't see the floor at all. I couldn't get around. If I wanted to go around my room, the room's quite big. You wouldn't know it. If I wanted to go around my bed, I'd have to go over my bed. Now I can actually manoeuvre around, get to the wardrobe. So I couldn't put the clothes in the wardrobe because I couldn't get to the wardrobe. So I think that's logical, really. Anyway, I found approximately, this is not even an exaggeration, about 300 socks. So I was trying to find a pair of socks, and for quite a long time I was like, there's 25 grey socks and 10 black socks and lots of different pattern socks, and none of them were matching. They were all slightly different, and it was like, how can I have so many socks and not a pair to be had? But I've managed to, yes, they do. They become very permanent, and I managed to get loads of socks, but then, because I had them, I had to find space for them, so I was shoving them into drawers and trying to find them. I've still got about 35 socks that aren't matching with anything, but I found a few more. There's going to be still a few, and there's some that were nearly right, like this is grey and this is grey, and then different lengths, and they've got different elastication, but they're going to do that. They're a pair now. They've been forced together, very much like another thing that they're watching on Gogglebox, which was Married at First Sight, which I don't get. These are programs I don't watch. I don't watch Gogglebox. I don't watch any TV really. I've watched a few things lately on catch up and stuff, but not any of these reality TV things. But I was watching them. I was like, what is that? Married at First Sight. They go, hello, here, we've got you, and we've arranged a marriage, and you've never seen each other before, and now you're going to get married, and you've told us what you like, and we've got you somebody completely different, which is the same with Changing Rooms. It said, this is what we would like this room to be like this, oh well, we do something completely different. It's like, alright, how to just, I'm sure it's great TV, I suppose, but really messing up people's lives for the fun and lack of edification for the public is not... I don't think that that's right. It's like, because these people are going to live to regret it. I think people will do anything to be on TV is the problem. It's like, I will be on TV, and they're like, but the consequences of that might, especially with some of these programs, follow you for the rest of your life. You'll never be the same again. Do you? You know, I've said this before, I used to want fame, but fame for something that I've done, not just empty fame, I certainly wouldn't want fame for marrying somebody I've never seen before, or having my room done in a stupid colour. That wouldn't be... it's already... Look, it probably would be nice if I had it changed, but whatever. Hello, Terry. But, what people do, but the Gogglebox, it was because Channel 4, I think, had got an evening, maybe a week, I don't know, where they got black people were... in all of the shows and all the ad breaks and everything, and it's and so that's great, and that's really good representation. And so it is a big deal in that it's representation. Representation is important and good, and it's entertaining, and all these people are perfectly. Celebrity Gogglebox, they were celebrities. That's what you need anyway. But Tyson, Tea Coffee were from Drag Race. That was good. Drag Race UK. See, I do watch some reality TV. I lie when I say I don't watch any reality TV, but it's usually sort of talent shows or things where people do something and entertain at the same time. Anyway, the point is, it was great and it was fine, and I don't usually watch Gogglebox, but it was entertaining enough. But I saw on Twitter that people were up in arms. They were like how it's so woke that people are just la 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 and da, and they're all being all sort of another Lawrence Fox about it. Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen, good. Lawrence Fox, bad. So you've got the two sides of the Lawrence. I think Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen's a W Lawrence. I might be wrong. And Lawrence Fox is a U Lawrence. Maybe that's the difference. Lawrence of Arabia, was he a W? Because he was T.E. Lawrence, so he was a W Lawrence, but he had it as a surname. So I think, big generalisation. W Lawrence is good, U Lawrence is bad. That's not. Hugh Laurie, that's not a Lawrence, that's a Lawrence. Good, because he's not a Lawrence. That's just silly. I'm being silly. But the point is, they were entertaining and it was good, and usually if it's completely, I don't know what my point is. The point is, the point is, why is everybody making such a fuss about things? It's like, oh no, multiculturalism and diversity. People go, woo, woo, woo. It's like, yes. That's good. And they use it as if it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. You don't want one type of thing. You want all the sorts of things. Like, beans on toast, I'm sure is a very nice meal. I don't like it personally, but many people do. But if you had it for every meal and nothing else but beans on toast, you'll be very sick of beans on toast very quickly. Apart from, obviously, my flatmate likes it, beans on toast. But there's other things as well. I think for every meal, beans on toast might be a step too far. But some people like it every day, that's fine. But other things as well. Like put a bit of cheese on it. Even if it's just a twist on it. I mean, I do know a lot of people whose limited choices in diet, going off on one now, it's like a separate thing, whose limited choices of diet, it's because it's an issue. If you only eat one thing, if you only do one thing, it's an issue. You probably aren't completely happy if that's the only thing you do or see or eat. My point is, good, yes. Anyway, woke Elise, you can't have that. Ooh, I'm going to switch you off. It's like, it's political correctness gone mad, as they used to say. It's not, though. It's just being sensible and nice and liking to see a lot of different people and different things, and to not be all like, this is the thing, the only thing. Anyway, if I've alienated you, tough, because I don't care. Because I think what I think, and that's what it is. Do you know my t-shirt, by the way? This is one of the things I found under my pile of stuff. This t-shirt, it says on the back, Living TV. This is from when I was a TV journalist, and they just used to, in the days when they used to give you free stuff, as a sort of bribe to write nice things about their TV programme, I think. They cut back on all that quite a long time ago, even before I stopped being a journalist. But this is Living TV, which I do not think exists anymore, but I might be wrong. But I had all the channels back in the day, all of the channels, and I got them for free. Because because they gave them for free. And even when I stopped being a journalist, I didn't tell them I'd stopped being a journalist, and I got them for free for a little bit longer. And then they said, hey, would you like all these other channels? I'm like, yes. And they're like, ha ha ha, and we're going to charge you hundreds of thousands of pounds. And I was like, no, I'm still the same person. But I did not have anything to give them anymore. So they took away my free TV. Oh, whoa. The things I had to go through. Anyway, I did have free TV, and I had a free t-shirt. This is one of the t-shirts, Living TV, which might still, I think it turned into UK TV Living, and then it might have turned into something else. They've got other things that are the equivalent. There's probably some sort of, it's probably like ITV3, that sort of thing, only the UK TV type, I don't know what there's left. They used to have Gold, and they used to have, now they've got Dave. That is one of the things, was the UK TV things, but that hasn't got UK TV into the name of it. Anyway, this is my free t-shirt. Which I think, looking at it, I'm thinking like this might have been the one that somebody saw and went, oh, your arms are ever so fat that one time. That set me off on one and set me down on a path of destruction, which saw me really, I'm going to quit my job, and all sorts of things, and stop me being, this is probably the t-shirt that set off the chain reaction that stopped me being a TV journalist, because I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore, I'll be a YouTuber, even though that was before they even paid YouTubers. No, I'm a star, I'll go to Edinburgh, I'll do stuff, because I had an Edinburgh show that I was going to be in, and it was an improv show. And it was going to be so amazing, and I was going to be famous. And then I made a short film, Best of Virgin, and I won. Just after I stopped my job, I was like, yeah, I've done the right thing, because I won an award the very next week for Best Actress. And then I went to Edinburgh at Best Actor, actually, because it was for not just actress, it was everybody. No matter what the gender. Best Actor. I got of the whole festival, and I was like, yay, I've done the right thing. And then I went to Edinburgh, and I was like, yay, I've done the right thing. And then they got rid of me from that show, because I said something that the person that was in charge of the show didn't like, about, I'd said that she was controlling or something, and she heard me, and then that was the end of that. And so that was the end of my beautiful, glittering career that was going so well. And then I got a job as an extra in, I say job, they didn't pay me, for Granada TV's Brainiac, where I was I had to pretend that I was, I found that too, there was a sort of like wristband thing they gave me, that's one of the things that I found. And and I had to pretend to be an orienteer, and they pretended that we were real orienteers, or orienteers, I don't know, orienteers? I don't know the is, because obviously I'm not a real orienteer, but we had to pretend. They had like little things at the end where they'd have groups of people, and they'd be shown things, scientific things, and they'd go, ooh, ooh. And we had to pretend to be orienteers, even though none of us were, so we had to run around and touch a thing to say that we'd gone through the orienteering thing. And I can remember I cut my finger on it, and then they exploded the caravan, and because they used to do that on Brainiac, and the caravan, they gave us earplugs, but we were sat here, and then the caravan was not very far away, and the caravan blew up, and it was very loud, and bits of the caravan sort of landed, here I am, here's bits of the caravan. I was like, great, this is good. This is going well, my new life. And it's all downhill from there. And I got a free t-shirt from that too, a Brainiac t-shirt. I got all sorts of t-shirts. I've still got all of them, and I found them in the big pile, the mountainous pyramid. It's a pyramid, like, you know how the tombs, the ancient tombs, the Mayans and the Egyptians made the ancient tombs, and somewhere down below is all the precious stuff, and sometimes you'd find the coffee. Basically, I was making a big sort of pyramid for my own tomb, and that was what my room was. All my things, all the precious things in life that I might need in the afterlife, like this t-shirt and the orienteering bracelet. Not bracelet, it's like a sort of sweatband thing. And all of those things, all of the precious things are in, but now they're all put away tidily, and so the tomb is destroyed. I have broken it, yes. And my flatmate did an ADHD test today, and it said that he didn't have ADHD, but then I said, I want to take it, and I took it. And then I was like, what does that say? And it's like, scroll down to find out what you are, what we say you are. And I'm like, where is it? What is it? What is it? And they said, these are things that you should be looking out for and should check up. I'm like, what is it? Oh, ADHD. Oh, maybe my reaction to that. This is probably true. I would think it's yes, so the whole organisation thing and cluttering and everything building up and going, yeah, it's too much, but I'm just going to leave it there anyway. That's basically, I'm not as bad as I used to be. When I was a small child, I was very, very much like this. I mean, I had a lot of nervous tics. I used to stiff my hand all the time and cough and I think it was, I don't know whether, my mum used to say I was just annoying her, but I was like, it's like, stop annoying me with your cough. It's like, I've got to cough. Maybe it was dust, I don't know. But I certainly was like, and I'd do weird things in class, and I'd have terrible obsessions all the time. I couldn't step on pavements or anything, and I was always obsessed with something, and then I just go off it completely. And the same with food. It's like I'd eat peanut butter sandwiches, and I'd only eat peanut butter sandwiches, and then I'd hate peanut butter, and then I'd like it again. And so probably it's true, and maybe that's the issue, and it's always been the issue. But I can also stay still for a very long time. I used to be a life model, so I can stay still. I mean, I'd run whole entire movies through my head, so I'd go, I'd do the Rocky Horror Picture Show and all sorts of stuff. But you know, is anyone talking to me? Good evening. So nobody's talking. Is anybody here? I've only got 2 people watching, but hello, it's Terry and Phil, and that's fine. It's the key audience, isn't it? My posse, my crew, the good ones, and anyone that sees it later, hello to you as well. Hello. Listening. Oh, Bohem. So it says, oh, well, that's interesting. Somebody's either gone away or they're lying, because it still says 2 people. There might be hundreds of people. It's hiding people from me. Hiding people. So one of my, still here. Yeah, Jerry, who tunes in sometimes, right? He was like, oh, they're trying to hide them from you, and it's not. I don't. Maybe it's gone wrong, and there is hiding people from me that are really there, because there's seemingly 3 people here, 4 including me. It's just 1 now. Everyone's gone. Thank you. Well, I don't know. I'm being messed with. That's what it is. Yeah. So I found another review of my show, my Edinburgh show online. It was the same person that did 3, and I don't know whether they've tuned in too, but they were very enthusiastic about my Edinburgh, not really Edinburgh in Wales show, which was really great, because I wasn't at all sure about it, but I'm happy about that, yeah. Oh, that Sparks thing, that's one of the things that I've seen recently. The new film with Adam Driver, who's just a big mopey boy, girl, man, boy thing, giant person, alien. He's just indescribable. He's just a sort of void where their person should be. I'm so sorry, Adam Driver. He seems like a lovely person, but there's just a sort of a swirly, instead of a person, it's just like a swirly cloud of dust, like the monster from Lost, the swirly cloud of dust. That's that's a terrible review of Adam Driver, because he's a lovely person. I'm sure he is. My mum saw him on something just before I left, and she's like, oh, he's a really good singer. He's like, yes, he is a good singer, which is just what, because it's a musical. But it's an interesting film. I haven't seen all of it, but I read what it was going to happen on the IMDb, and Wikipedia, and I was like, oh, okay, I haven't got to that bit yet. But what did struck me is that it's ripe for parody. So far, what I've seen, ripe for parody. Just trailers and stuff. But, you know, I've got to actually watch it to decide that. But there's puppets in it. It's like puppets and music. Oh, my kind of thing. Hello. It's lying. Okay. Hello, Larkwell. So it still says 2, so I don't know who is actually here. But there's people coming and going. Maybe that's it. You're turning off and coming back in again. Or maybe it is just saying 2. Oh, my goodness me. I don't know. I'm sort of like, hello. Yeah. There's things to do and people to see and places I'm supposed to be going in the next couple of weeks, and I'm not ready yet. I'm really not ready to go out and see grown-up people. Grown-up people! Oh my goodness, no, I can't cope with it anymore. It's it. I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer for that, but I looked up June Allison for some reason. Why did I look up June Allison? I don't know. I had a song that she used to sing in my head, and I was like, is that June Allison? I'll look up June Allison. I looked up June Allison on YouTube and realised that it's not a very good search system, because one of the things that it showed me when I looked up June Allison was The Matrix 5. I'm like, that really does not have anything to do with June Allison. But I didn't see it and everything. Is there a Matrix 4. Matrix 5 doesn't exist. I think yeah, exactly. It's the Matrix 4. Whatever Matrix it is. I didn't see the third one. I only fairly recently saw the second one, I think. Did I see the third one? Maybe I did see the third one. Oh, I think with the third one, I got to, there was there was a sort of car chase scene. And I was like, I don't like car chase scenes. There's cars everywhere, and I'm like, ugh. And I think somebody told me that the rest of the film was car chases. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that then. So I didn't watch that. So I turned it off. I'm actually quite looking, I don't know anything about the next one. I must have seen a little trailer or something, because yeah, I must have seen a clip of a trailer, but I haven't seen the extended trailer. I don't think it looks too bad. Maybe not. I don't know. It's just Lana working on it, because Lily's working on Work in Progress, which is like a sitcom. It's a sort of drama sitcom thing. Oh yeah, maybe. So I don't know. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. I don't know. It looks interesting. I'm going to see it anyway, even though I didn't see the third one. I lost interest. Maybe get interest again now. It might be good. And also, it was of its time, but then it's different things have happened, and people have taken references and used them to their own ends, and then the personal lives of the people that made it have changed how that could be perceived as well. So there's a lot going on. It's got layers, like a big old onion. So it could be interesting to just see it based on everything that's happened in the world in the last 20 years. Maybe it'll be, it'll be very meta, metatextual, metaphysical, metamorphosic. Metamorphosis. What if something's a metamorphosis? Metamorphosis is called. I don't know how to conjugate that word. I've just realised it's conjugate the right word. I don't know how to. Metamorphosis. I'm just thinking of other things that have got meta in them. Metropolitan Police. Anyway, yeah, so lots of things. Yeah, it might be interesting. There's other things that are coming out that I might be interested in, or I might not do. I don't know whether I'm going to go out to the cinemas to see things. I've still got a gift card from 2 Christmases ago that I've still got £2 left on. I'm not going to see any film for £2, but it'd be £2 towards it. But it's probably run out by now. But I didn't get to use it because I'd used some of it, and then everything happened, and so I have not been to the cinema since, even though I have still the gift voucher. So they made money out of whoever bought that gift. Oh, I think it was my sister-in-law. They made money out of my sister-in-law who bought my gift card, and then I never got to use it properly. Top Gun 2 got postponed again. Is it because of Val Kilmer? Who the hell's Matt Kilmer? Val Kilmer. Yeah, Val Kilmer's very ill, isn't he? So is it something to do with that, or is it to do with the general state of the world? Ow! Oh, I tell you what else. I went to a shop on the way home from work the other day, and it was packed with people, and it was only a little narrow shop, and I was like, and I was the only person wearing a mask. But they had fruit and vegetables outside, and I got a thing for $1.99 of what I thought was dragon fruit, and then I got it home and went, it's not dragon fruit, is it? I think that it's actually prickly pears. And I looked them up, and it is prickly pears. But what I didn't realise is they're very prickly. The name is in the fruit. And I tried eating them. I opened and I cut them into, and I ate the inside. There's big stones in it. But I've got little prickles that you can't see all over my hands. So every time I touch anything, I think, I got away with it. I didn't get any more. And also I used a tea towel the second time I used it. I got the tea towel and I was like, I got away with it. But it's oh no, because I still got the prickles. And I picked up the tea towel earlier on. And I was like, oh no, I got little tiny invisible cactus prickles. I have tried dragon fruit. It doesn't taste very much. It's sort of pretty rather than tasty, really. But I thought they were dragon fruit, and it's not dragon fruit. They look a little bit like dragon fruit. Have I had prickly pears before. I'm not sure whether I have or not, because they were a surprise to me. And I've definitely seen them, and I knew what they were after I realised they weren't dragon fruit. Without looking them up, I'm like, they're prickly pears. They look like they're prickly pears. I reckon they are. But now I've got prickles all over my hands. Oh, like holes in my hands. And ow, ooh, ow. It's very annoying. And also I got new shoes just before I left Wales, and they were like half price. I think they were only £24 anyway, but they were £12. And I wore them, and I was like, yeah. And they rubbed the back of my feet so much. But I was carrying them, what? And I was like, somebody was like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you walk properly? And I'm like, because my shoes are rubbing. It's like, why don't you wear other shoes then? It's like, because I've started wearing them now, and I've already messed up my feet. It was very like, I said this, is this what happened last week? I was talking to somebody else. I was talking to my mum, that's it. And she said, oh, it's like the Little Mermaid. I'm like, because the Little Mermaid, like one of the deals in the Hans Christian Andersen thing, I've gone on about Hans Andersen before, was that when she got the legs to walk on land, she would get like pains shooting up her legs every time she walked on land, right? And so that was what I was getting. And the thing is, I couldn't change my shoes because I couldn't wear any other shoes because they would still rub. I thought I may as well carry on. But after about 3 days, and they weren't getting any better, I just went back to my other shoes and just put loads of plasters on. It wasn't too bad. But now I'm like, I need to use these shoes again. It's like when my mum said Little Mermaid, I'm like, do you mean the red shoes? It's like, no, the Little Mermaid too. And it's like, the red shoes is also Hans Andersen. And it's funny because I was thinking on the way home I was thinking about Ugly Duckling as well, which is a very bad, it's suggesting that, like, if you're an ugly little kid, then you get kicked about, but you might be beautiful when you grow up. That's not necessarily what's going to happen, is it, really? But it's all, Hans Andersen, very cruel stories. And they're not that, and I said this before in one of my shows, I think. I was going on about grim. They're very grim, but not like the Grimm's fairy tales. They're very grim. So just become a mermaid. Yes, I'll just go and. Would you smell a fish if you were a mermaid? Probably you would. Very fishy smell if you were a mermaid, because you are half fish. And anyway, just take that to your own logical conclusion. Anyway, the red shoes as well, where the girl wears the shoes and she's dissolute, and she goes dancing, of all things, dancing, what a thing to do, and it ruins her, and she has to have the shoes cut off her, foot and all, and it's like, oh, and then she can go to heaven because she can't dance anymore, can she? It's like, it's very cool. But the thing is with Hans Andersen is he wrote these tales. It's like Grimm and Charles Perrault, who transcribed the Cinderella tale. He didn't write it. It was based on other things, older mythology, older fairy tales. All the ones, the Blue Fairy book, all of the fairy stories that are around are transcribed and put in. I was reading 1,000 Nights and a Night. Yesterday I was reading the Aladdin part of it, and the Aladdin story is quite grim in its original form, and it's also set in China and Morocco and the Caucasus Mountains, and it's very wide area it's set, so there's a world of possibilities, but they're very grim tales. But they're all like really old, so you get away with it. But Hans Andersen, get back to my point, Hans Andersen wrote the original stories. They've got no excuse for being around for ages and telling tales for ancient primal things, because his idea, they're all from his head. He wrote just cruel things. Cruel things. I've worn myself out. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't play the guitar today because I've got spikes in my hands, as I said. Otherwise, I would have done. Because one thing I just found in my tidying up is the book of guitar chords. It's like I might be able to do more than 2. If I look at this, I go, ooh, look, movable chords. I can go all up and down and everything. Oh, look at these, all the chords. Playing chords. All the chords. Yeah, so I can look at that and actually be able to play the guitar, maybe, who knows? Or dares to dream I'm going in and out of focus. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's not the camera or the internet. Maybe it's just me. Maybe. Anyway, this internet sort of held, more or less. Maybe on your side it's cutting in and out, but he didn't completely cut out this end, which is a score in the right direction. Hooray! So I'll see you again next week, and who knows what will happen, what we'll discuss. Could be anything. Anyway, let me know what you think in comments, whatever. Thank you. Good, it's fine. Hello, Super Palmer. Hello. Yeah, I just saw your thing. I just keeping up the because I've got it on a little phone. It's like the comments pop up and I go, oh, I missed that. Anyway, I'm going now. So thank you very much. And if you haven't seen it from the beginning, you could just go back and see it from the beginning. I think it's still processing, so maybe it won't be top quality until maybe tomorrow when it's processed. But yeah, all right then. See you then. Bye bye.